Welcome to
100 kisses from the angels on my tummy.
the show starts with these kids in a war zone, running for their lives against these alien-looking monsters called Adam Savages. Then this girl gets captured but dies instantly, and he wakes up because it's all a nightmare, and his name is Hayato. And we get a shot where he is being transferred to this big city ship called Little Garden. He goes to school and this little bitch was like, "Hey look, it's the highest exam scorer, low budget Shinji. Oh my god, it's him. Can I get an autograph? Can I suck your dick? Please give me a baby. Please impregnate me." He then escapes the crowd unnoticed by crawling. Wow, did no one really see him crawl? Are these fucking people blind? Then this femboy jumps onto him and says,
I'm gay.
"Hayato, fuck me in the ass please."
I have several questions.
Then we jump to this scene where this bitch apologizes for causing a commotion, and she was worried about the femboy being so clingy.
Man, everyone's gay once in a while.
The orientation starts where these two bitches introduce this blonde hair bitch, and her name is Queen Claire Harvey, granddaughter of Steve Harvey, no relation.
Survey says.
Then these two bitches arrived late at the entrance ceremony, and they were chewed out by the queen and they were being expelled. But the femboy defends them along with Hayato. Then the queen makes her speech by saying, "Y'all here in this academy not as a student, but as a freedom fighters fighting for the human race. Remember, y'all are starship troopers."
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
The femboy still keeps yapping and tells her that Hayato will easily spank her ass. Even if she's the strongest fighter in the school, she gets triggered and challenges Hayato to a duel. Before the duel, the pair goes to the sick-ass laboratory, where the femboy introduced Hayato to this lolly scientist, where he pledges to protect humanity, and she gave him this battle armor called 100, and its name is Freebird or something. What a boring name of a battlesuit. Anyway, the pair trains and strategizes for the duel tomorrow. Then he goes to his crippled sister in the hospital to say hi and give a little fan service to the incest lovers. As he goes home, he walks in the femboy changing clothes, and she is a female after all. Boring gay stuff happens, and the next morning comes where the duel begins. Right before the duel begins, Queen Bitch gets cocky and says, "Hey guys, I'm gonna give myself a handicap because in this day and age, women have rights and we can vote now. So I'll be only using 50% of my power."
Girl power.
The fight begins and he immediately grabs her tit. Because of this, he brings out the queen's
Girl power.
and the serious fight finally begins. They show off some cool powers, but Hayato's ass was spanked. The queen was about to finish him off with a bazooka, but Hayato's movement suddenly changes and goes limit break, and it pushes the queen to the limit. Then she also goes limit break and shoots Hayato with a Kamehameha bazooka and beats him. The femboy rushes to Hayato and tells the queen, "You fucking cheater. You said you ain't going all out. What she said isn't part of the rules. So technically, you guys lose." "Actually, I lost this battle because I lose my self-composure." "Well, how about a draw? We good with that?" Then the duel ends with a draw, just like the first Logan Paul vs KSI fight. Hayato wakes up in the hospital and the queen was there, and she tells him that she revoked the expulsion and asks him how the hell did he use limit break when it's his first time using the suit. Then the femboy barges in and cockblocks her. Then the gay couple goes on a date. Then the cripple joins in as a third wheel, and she currently is in wheels. Then the queen and her bitches shows up, and she recruits Hayato to join the student council thing. Then the femboy tells them that they're not their slaves, and challenges the tan bitch to a duel. Both of the bitches fight, but the purge alarm sounds off, and the lolly scientist tells the bitch queen to bring Hayato with them, and let him experience some real battle. Then the starship trooper suits up in their spandex, and plans a strategy on how to stop the Adam Savages. Then they jump on the plane X-Force style like that scene in Deadpool, except nobody dies. And they all stop the first wave of Adam Savages. The battle continues, then these two lackeys get cocked by the Savages. The gay couple saves the bitches, but the femboy lowers her guard and gets sliced. Then Hayato finally remembered that she was the girl he tried to save at the beginning of the show. Then he goes limit break again and was about to go berserk. But the femboy brings him back to his senses by kissing him. Then he defeats the Adam Savage with a single strike, and they all go home safely. Then Hayato asks the femboy about his past, and the femboy explains that she almost died because of the virus infection, but Hayato tried to suck it out of her. Hence the reason why she's still alive. And now, they're both infected by the Adam Savage virus. And the reason why Hayato goes limit break, it's because of the virus. But they can control it by training. Then we get a shot of this mysterious Taylor Swift in a plane. and she watches Hayato's videos on YouTube. Then we cut to this training scene where the gay couple smacks these pairs' asses. Hayato was then summoned by the Beach Queen to become Taylor Swift's bodyguard, and he accepts the job. He meets up with Taylor Swift and do his bodyguard thing. Then the pair proceeds to go to this hotel room, and Taylor Swift asks him to get married to her, and she fantasizes about the clout, fame, money, and the media talking about them being a power couple. And he tries to prank her by flirting, but she got pressured and leaves. Then they go to the press conference for her concert, and they go to this party. After that, they proceed to go to the constructed concert venue where Taylor Swift flexes her 100. Then Lolly Scientist shows up again like a fucking mole rat and explains that she can basically do anything on that suit and make all the Swifties go wet. He goes home and the Queen calls him to meet up in her house tomorrow for more info about Taylor Swift.
A good deal.
Then we get a glimpse of the Mythbusters preparing for an attack. Then he goes to the Queen's house for fan service and info.
Nice.
And she says, "We received an info from HQ that there was an artificial stone at Travis Scott's concert incident. Taylor was about to use that stone in her concert, but it was stolen. And we don't know who stole it. Now, it's your job to keep Taylor safe during her concert."
I've thought it over and I accept your challenge.
We then cut to him having a date with a femboy. Then the Queen calls him that Taylor Swift is missing, but she was just there stalking Hayato, and invites him on a date, and he leaves the femboy to go with Taylor Swift.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
They go to the Grand Canyon where Taylor Swift explains that this place is special to her. She then sings a tune, and Hayato explains that her sister loves her songs. Then Taylor remembered that there were two siblings who helped her during the Adam Savage invasion, and she finally figures it out that it's Hayato who motivated her to become an idol. Then Taylor explains that after they met on the evacuation center, she was picked up by her father who came back after buying some milk. And she was sold to this children concentration camp where they do some experiments on them to become a slayer. All of the other children become savages during the experiment, but with her singing, she helped them calm down. But unfortunately, they all died and she was the only one who survived. And Hayato explains that they're both variants, and Taylor said that it was fate that they both meet again. Then they go home because she wants to write a new song. As they ride the bus, they were ambushed by these Adam Savages. They start fighting the Adam Savages. They manage to beat one through the power of friendship. Then another Big Daddy Adam Savage arrives.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And they got their asses spanked. The pair manages to hold on until reinforcement arrives. The pair, along with the femboy, starts fighting the Big Daddy. Hayato tries to destroy its core, but it was protected by Aisho Speed. Then these people from the Mythbusters copies Hayato's sword. She proceeds to destroy the Adam Savage to get its core, while Aisho Speed and this bitch defends her from the gang, and they bail out after extracting the core. We cut to them at the headquarters where the Queen explains that they've encountered some looters, and their goal is to extract some Adam Savage cores and convert them into weapons of mass destruction. The Queen tells these two retards that they're promoted because of the quick emergency response that they've displayed.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Then Hayato meets up with Taylor Swift because she's scared that Kanye might ruin her Eras Tour concert tomorrow.
I guess we'll never know.
But he assures her that he will protect her and help her reach millions of people through her voice. Then the Eras Tour finally begins, and it was a success because Kanye didn't show up, like what happened when Taylor received the MTV award.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Then we cut to a beach episode for fan service.
Oh, that's hot.
Then the Queen's brother arrives and tells her that she needs to come with him to discuss something important about humanity's future. Then they were summoned by the Queen and tells them that the UN is planning an Adam Savage cleanup operation, and the four of them were selected to be part of it. Then General Douglas MacArthur here calls Hayato.
I shall return.
And lets him see the whole energy source of the Meteor Garden.
Technology!
And it's an egg with a girl inside. And he says, "This is Lisa, the powerhouse of the whole ship. She's like the mitochondria of the little garden. And actually, she's Mai and Claire's sister. And she's also the mother of Joseph Joestar."
Nice!
Then Claire, the Queen, shows up and points a gun at him.
Police, put your hands up!
And she says, "Why the hell did you brought my boyfriend here? Tell me or I'll stop the bloodline." You see, in the future, he is going to be our ace in saving the world, and he also has a pure blood, which means he can wake our crippled sister here. So go ahead, make her your fuck doll and try to wake her up. Then Hayato touches her with consent from her brother. but nothing happens. And he tells Hayato to protect her sleeping beauty from Vitaly because he has a past with her, and tells her sister to continue the bloodline, and he leaves. The pair returns to the surface and she tells Hayato to keep her sister a secret. The gang gathers for the epic battle and she tells them to do their job perfectly because her brother was the one who picked them to be a part of this mission. They were sent to this base camp in China. Then this bitch tackles the femboy and starts calling her princess. Then the femboy proceeds to explain that she's actually a royal blood and she ran away because she's scared that she will suffer the same fate as Princess Diana. Then this bitch gets jealous and challenges Hayato to a duel, and of course he wins because his opponent is a woman.
How dare you!
Then the pair goes to this night market where IShowSpeed was stalking them. The next day comes where they do a mission brief.
Damn, boy, he's thick, boy!
The squad goes to the outskirts of the Chinese jungle and kill some Adam savages. Then we see the Mythbusters scouting them from afar.
Enemy spotted.
Night comes, then the gang takes turn on resting and guarding. Meanwhile, the Mythbusters starts their attack. Hayato and the Queen patrols around the perimeter and kill some Adam savages. Then fan service happens again where she takes a bath on the lake and she shares some story about her vegetable sister Lisa, that she was an inborn variant where her mother injected some virus when she was still a cell.
Cells.
Then one day Lisa released some Hammond technique to save Claire, and since then she became a vegetable. Then Claire was assigned to become the queen of the island to protect her little sister from her perverted brother. Disgusting! Then Squad D requested for backup.
Need backup.
Then the pair splits up where Hayato goes back to their camp while the queen proceeds to help the other squad. Meanwhile, IShowSpeed and the Mythbusters raw dog Squad D's ass. Then the queen arrives just in time to save them. The Mythbusters was about to surrender and it starts raining, and IShowSpeed starts getting cocky. The Mythbuster starts gaining power and reverse clap the queen's ass. IShowSpeed was about to bust his nut onto the queen, but reinforcement arrives just in time. Then they proceed to clap their asses. Meanwhile, IShowSpeed unleashes his rage onto Hayato. And we get this flashback on the Mythbusters being slaves and escaping the gulag. Hayato was able to read his memories. Then through the power of friendship, he goes limit break. As they were fighting, a big Adam Savage dragon appears. Then it starts attacking at the other base camps. Then IShowSpeed proposed a truce where he will fight the dragon in exchange for its core. Then he goes berserk but ends up like a dumbass because the dragon has a Then the queen kindly asks the Mythbusters to turn off the jamming signal and they agree to help. She then commands all the starship troopers nearby to fire all at once at the dragon, but it didn't work. Then the AI back in HQ suggested that Hayato needs to mouth sex the queen and infect her with the virus for a stronger firepower. Then the pair proceeds to do it. Then she commands to fire all at once again, and this time they manage to break the barrier.
That's a lot of damage.
And Hayato finished the dragon off. Then they go home where the queen wonders why would his brother take custody of the Mythbusters. Then we get a glimpse of the queen evil scientist planning an attack. She then raw dogs the starship troopers right up in the ass. We cut back to the Meteor Garden where the queen gathers the gang and she gives them the update of the situation, that Vitaly, the badass scientist earlier, has escaped from her hideout and they still haven't found her yet. She also said that they will tighten up the security for the upcoming Meteor Garden festival and they all need to cooperate with it.
I'm doing my part too.
The festival starts and we skip unimportant scenes and we cut to this yellow-haired bitch letting hot evil scientist Vitaly into the Meteor Garden's energy core. As the era store continues, Shotakon here received some info about the yellow-haired bitch passed out at the entrance of the core.
Enemy spotted.
Wait, there was a CCTV all this time at the entrance of the energy core and they didn't even see her letting the hot scientist in? This enemy is fucking dumb. Anyway, Robot Beast starts appearing out of nowhere and they turn into a suicidal Taliban when captured. The queen orders to tighten up the security of the Meteor Garden and cancel the Era's tour. Well, it's too late now, you dumb fuck. Then Lolly Scientist shows up and concludes that this attack was done by the hot scientist.
This one is slightly smarter than all the other humans.
We cut to this bee hacking the main defense system of the ship. And the 9/11 attack starts with this plane kamikazing. Kamikazing? Is it a word? Nah, fuck. Who cares? I'm illiterate, so I'll just say it. and the 9/11 attack starts with this plane kamikazeing its way to the ship. Then a bunch of Adam savages without cores starts attacking the ship's defense barrier. We then cut to the big titty scientist saving the 3 looters, but IShowSpeed said, "Thank you for saving us, but I won't help you hurting innocent people. I'll only do it for content." Then she used her vibrator controller and hacked their mind.
I can feel it bleeding.
Then Robot Fuckdoll rushes to save the looters, but she was too late. Then the looters infiltrate the power source. Then General Douglas MacArthur calls her sister, and he says to leave the big titty scientist to him because they kinda know each other. We cut back to the looters where the Fuckdoll robot tries to save them again. Then big titty scientist runs away.
Why are you running?
She goes inside the power source and sees General Douglas MacArthur, and she says, "Hey Judas, this is revenge for breaking my heart. Now I'm gonna kill Lisa Lisa." Then she shoots the capsule, but Lisa Lisa was awakened because of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. God damn, she's been a Swiftie all along. Then General Douglas MacArthur shoots his load through her unprotected, and she died. Then Lisa Lisa tells General Fuckboy that she has an unfinished business to finish. We cut back to the Starship Troopers getting smacked by the Adam Savages. Then Lisa Lisa shows up to the Eras Tour and tells Taylor Swift to sing, because her songs makes all the Swifties wet. Then Lisa Lisa kisses the cripple's forehead and tells her that she can now stand. "Who the fuck are you? Are you fucking Jesus?" Then the pair starts singing and boosts everyone's power. Then Hayato beats the Big Daddy Adam Savage, but turns out the Adam Savage has a phase 2 power and shoots some laser beams through the ship, but luckily IShowSpeed and her bitches were there to block it. IShowSpeed duels the Adam Savage and gets beaten to a pulp.
I'm dying. Help me.
Then her sister copies the Adam Savage's power. She beats the Adam Savage and goes berserk. Meanwhile, Hayato was getting some motivation by Lisa Lisa. He gets up and tells the queen that he will save the Meteor Garden and the looter. Then through the power of friendship and pep talk, he managed to save the looter in the Meteor Garden. Then the anime ends with the fireworks and the gay couple kissing.
Why are you gay?
This anime gets
700 billion and $1,300,000,000,000.